We are here at a conference, the Coingeek.com conference, and we just talked about economic freedom and how Bitcoin is going to enable this. But Daniel, let's start with talking about, in general, how does Bitcoin play a role in economic freedom?
So Bitcoin plays a role in economic freedom because it enables the privatization of money. Money is an absolute integral part of our economy and our lives. And economic freedom requires competition and privatization of services. So Bitcoin enables private money. It's very simple as that, and pulling out the monopolization of governments in our money. It's something we've just been born into and we accept. But it really shouldn't be that way. There's no justification. We don't accept any other monopolization by government services. Possibly the army and the police we accept. But there's no reason why money should be monopolized by the government. Oil isn't monopolized, electricity isn't monopolized. Yeah. It's that simple. I mean, you see it everywhere. You know, if someone said, cell phones are so critical to the industry, the government should take over all the cell phone companies, they'd look at you like you're mad. But because we're just used to the government's running all our money, we're okay. So.
Yes, I think a lot of people understand this concept, but in order to make this a reality, we really need to spread the mass adoption of Bitcoin. And how do you envision this is going to happen?
So the mass adoption can help. We need the big earth movers. We need the big enterprises. We need the big social networks. And we will get at the table with them once we have capacity. And I don't see why the banks should not get involved. It is absolute risk management. There is a movement, there is traction in this space, and they should embrace it. And they should be covering their risks for sure. I mean, it's going to happen. It's a question. Everyone, the way you can tell that everyone knows it's going to happen is because there's an enormous investment and speculation, and the services to invest have advanced enormously in the past 5 years. Custodial services, enabling enterprise and financial to invest. We now need the actual use case to catch up.
Yeah, so then tell me about GAP600 and what you guys do and what role you play in the Bitcoin ecosystem.
So we provide a very specific service for zero confirmed transactions. When a transaction is published, it's not considered confirmed and there's a small risk of it being failing or being double spent. And we provide a business service for guaranteeing those transactions. So exchanges or payment processors who want to offer instant confirmations can subscribe to our service. And instant confirmation, it's an absolute must. Customer experience is an absolute must. So what I would say to wallets and service providers in the crypto space and exchanges, you need to either do it yourselves or subscribe to a service like ours.
Very good, Daniel. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great time. Yeah.